Okay, now I finished doing my outside patterns, and I'm really ready to go forward and start cutting my pieces out and sewing them together. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and cut some pieces out and basically just go ahead and start putting our bag together. Linda's going to help me, and so let's cut these pieces out and get to the next part of this class. So, So Linda is just sewing the corners of our pockets for one of the messenger bags here. And these are just T-bottom pockets. So she's just sewing up the corners and stitching in the top, covering the tops and stitching them down. We've already skipped ahead and we've done our pockets, and of course this was our T-bottom little pockets that we made, and we've already went on and we've already sewn our T-bottoms, just a stitch across, then it pops out, and then we're going to like turn it on the edges like this and sew it to our bag. Okay, and so that's how that's going to go. So we're going to do that. And so we've already done our pockets. We've got those done, and we're getting ready to do our gusset pockets here. And on this particular gusset here, we got some netting, and I've already put it in. Basically, just as simple. Just stitch the Velcro down, and then get your netting and stitch that to your other end of your Velcro, and that's going to work. And we're going to sew that around. So that's all going to be looking, will look nice and finished. So we got that going on. We need this to get done. We need our other gusset to get done. And then here, we're going to be putting in our webbing for our clips. Okay, let me move this out of the way here so you can see. And so we're going to be putting our webbing for the clip. This is we gotta flip that around. This is the bottom of the bag, actually. Yeah, I gotta flip that around. These are pointed the wrong way. But we gotta do this, and then we're going to sew this over my cylinder machine, and I'm gonna go ahead and do these pockets. I'm gonna hand that off to her. Whoops. Moving around in a tight space here, folks. And so she's going to go ahead and grab these pockets and do them. And I'm going to go over to my modified, super-powered cylinder machine and do the straps. So she's just going to line that up. We use a lot of clips here. We don't use basic needles or anything like that. We use clips, keeps it in place, and they're easy to get out of your way when you start to sew. So She just has to line that up and go from there. Should I let her talk? Should I let her talk? Am I talking too much?
You're talking too much. No, I'm going to sew the one part of the Velcro down first to the bottom, to this part of the gusset. Okay. Machine on. We put notches there so we know exactly where that goes.
We are hard on machines here.
You have to push it along a little bit because of that Velcro stuff. It doesn't want to go. But...
Okay, so I want to catch you up real quick. As I was saying, our bag is coming along. Our messenger bag is coming along. And I want to get you caught up real quick on where we are at now. We've sewn our gusset here, and we put our Velcro on, and this is going to be our piece with our little pocket. And it's going to be right there, and I got this little doohickey there just to give it like some pizzazz. Now what happened here is I bought the webbing, but what we couldn't find was any slides for it. So what I'm going to do is finish the bag as much as I can, and I'm going to wait for Joanne's to get some slides that I need, and then I'm going to finish the bag off. So that's why, but this is going to be the strap. This is going to be my shoulder strap. And so it's already on my gusset. I sewed it down with a nice cross, put a little O-ring there in case somebody wants to dangle something off of it. But it's more for aesthetics than anything else. Okay, now these are my clips for my bag. This is going to be my where my flap is, and it's going to come down to about here, and then we got these that are going to go up in here and come down. And so when the bag fills up, you know, this will give you your expansion. So that's pretty much where we are now. One of the other things I'm going to do is my flap was kind of flappy, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of backing here, some Pellin, lightweight, and I'm going to go ahead and put that right down over here. I'm probably go ahead and stitch it down and put that there, and then run my clips out of here like this. So when I come back, I'm going to have all this whole flap here sewn and attached to my back, and then we're going to start to really see how. And then you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put one gusset on one side of the gusset on, so you can kind of see how that is today, and then we'll kind of go from there. Okay, and so that's pretty much where we are. And our messenger bags are coming along. This first one should be complete in a couple more steps, and then we'll get to the second one and show you how the gusset fits on there. And then we'll have our messenger bag, same messenger bag. Pretty much everything is the same except for the two gussets. Okay, and as you can see, I got a lot of the elements already in place. We decided, instead of putting two pockets here, we decided that we were going to just put one pocket there and have it a different size, and put another one here, and we still may put our pocket across here, just to show you 3 different pocket sizes on in one space, and that's really going to organize the space. We're also making a tab, not a tab. We got a Velcro closure here. we got a Velcro closure there. And so with this one, we're going to put another Velcro closure, and this is our flap for over here, but it's going to have a Velcro closure too. So that's what we're going to do there. We still have our flap to do. And as I said to you before, we added a little backing to give it a little weight there. And we have our clips and straps in there in place. And so all we have to do is do our top stitch, and the flap will be ready to be attached to the body of the bag. And at that point, what we'll do is attach our gusset, and the bag will be finished at that point. So we don't have a lot more to do. As I said, we got to finish this. That's one step. We still have to put 2 pockets in place. That's the second step. And I still have to put my webbing on my gusset here for my strap. And as soon as those 3 steps are done, then for all pretenses and purposes, the bag will be complete. We're not going to be putting a lining in it. This is a sports bag, and in most cases, you're going to put the lining in, let me give you a quick, like this whole thing would be your lining. You would just cut a piece of lining and put it here, sew it in place, and then when you put your gusset in, your gusset would hide all your edges. And then you would just turn the 2 top ends here. You would turn the edges here. You turn this edge here like this, and then the bottom here, turn that edge 3/8 of an inch, and then you put your lining in there, and then once you sew your gusset, it would be complete. So, but and then another thing they would most likely do is just use seam binding for a sports bag. You don't really see a lot of linings in sports bags, and but that's how you would put the lining in. I still may put it in, who knows. But anyway, that's where we're at, and I'll be back in a second. I need to go ahead and set up my sewing machine, and then we'll sew this together.